When you have the fear of losing your partner, you're doing a lot of compulsive behaviors that are toxic for yourself and the relationship. For example, maybe you're trying to spend all the time with your partner because you're scared they're cheating on you, and it's not really that you want to spend all that time with them, it's just you have the fear of losing and the addiction. By doing that, you're actually showing your brain that you care more about your partner than about yourself. And you're losing yourself in the relationship because you are not feeding your garden of your hobbies. And with that, you don't show yourself with your behavior that you care about yourself. By you neglecting your garden of all your other values aside from the relationship, like your hobbies, hanging out with friends, etc., you are showing yourself that the partner is the only source of your happiness. And then it can end up where you only feel joy when you with that person and you don't feel joy in other areas of your life. But that's not actually because you don't naturally would feel joy in those things. It's because you did a lot of compulsions, which means you did a lot of reactivity to emotions, which changed the algorithm in your brain, and now nothing feels pleasurable but being with your partner. But that has nothing to do that you don't love all these other things anymore. That just has to do that you changed your brain's algorithm. And that's why healthy relationships, or any relationships, this video is not about relationships. This video is about mental health. And my videos about relationships are just so successful because the foundation of a healthy relationship is mental health. And if anybody tells you, oh no, it's just strategy and here are the strategies of the dating coaches, that's just nonsense. They have no idea, because your underlying self-worth, your underlying foundation of having emotional fitness, of taking care of yourself, of taking care of your garden, is the foundation of a good relationship with yourself and others. So that's what we want to improve, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you in the most simple way in this video. There might be other controlling things that you're doing, like checking if your partner is attracted to other people. You're doing a lot of spending time inside of your head. And that is the problem, because your brain, when you spend time inside of your head, checking if your partner still loves you, or doing all kinds of controlling behavior, maybe getting angry at your partner, so you're trying to get them to do other behaviors where you're not scared that they cheat on you. You're doing a lot of controlling mechanisms inside of your head and outside of your head, and your brain will give you more of that, and it will make you more obsessed. And in the end, probably the relationship will just blow up. You will exactly the fear that you had, which was losing the partner, you will create with those behaviors. But the foundation here is, you have to understand that you're like an addict. You're like an addict that's chasing a drug. But the more you're chasing the relief of the drug, the more you make yourself addicted to the drug. So you need to start at the foundation, which is changing the algorithm of your brain, which is stop doing compulsions. If you don't know what compulsions are all the things you're doing of spending time inside of your head, trying to figure out how you can make your partner love you, how you can avoid that your partner is cheating on you, how you can make your partner maybe even jealous so they stay more, how you can play power games. All of that is so stressful. And as the looks maxers would say, it's spiking your cortisol. And the spiking your cortisol is unhealthy, but the most unhealthy thing here is the algorithm that you create, because the problem is you're identifying with those thoughts, which means you believe that your partner's like that. You maybe believe that you're not worthy enough, not good enough for your partner. And all of that is just an algorithm that you keep feeding by talking back to those voices. That's why we don't want to play the game of the algorithm, which means we don't want to play the game of the thoughts and the emotions. We want to show our brain that we care about something else. Now, how do we do that? Well, we can only do that with our focus, because with your focus, you're talking back to the existing algorithm of your fear of losing the partner. So we need to differentiate ourselves from that algorithm, which means we're not even taking our guidance anymore from any of those emotions and thoughts, but we have to proactively set actions that support our lives, and we have to set them beforehand, because all your problems come from being reactive. So the antidote to that on the other side has to be being proactive. And you want to set that proactivity in actions, which means you proactively look at your life and you're like, okay, I see that I'm addicted to my partner. I see that I want to spend all my time with him. I see that I spend so much time inside of my head being scared to lose them. And so I have all this territory that I give up to another person, which shows my brain that I don't care about myself, and which makes everything else in my life not fun. So I have to change that algorithm, which means I have to stop living my life dictated by chasing the relief and chasing the addiction, chasing the joy, which is not joy, it's an emotional addiction of always wanting to be with my partner. So I'm gonna proactively set the times. I still wanna be in the relationship with my partner, but I'm gonna proactively set the times in the week where I wanna spend my time with my partner. Maybe it's 3 days, maybe it's 4 days, maybe it's 2 days. But on the other times, I'm gonna set things that grow my life. And just know your brain will not like it. Your brain will tell you, no, this doesn't feel good. We wanna spend more time with our partner. And this is where you have to understand that is the tricks. Those are the tricks. Those are the toxic patterns that are trying to pull you in, the same as a drug addiction tries to pull you in to take more drugs. So the only way to get out of the drug addiction and build a healthy relationship with yourself is if you can practice being okay with being uncomfortable, which means you have to be okay with being uncomfortable and moving forward, growing your life. Yes, sir? So I have something in my throat. Growing and choosing actions that support you, which means going to the gym, going to yoga class, hanging out with your friends, and you proactively set those things, and you have to spend time outside of your head, because one of the major compulsions you have is spending time inside of your head. Now, you have to understand, now listen to me, I know it's a lot, but I assume you're an intelligent person. You understand this and follow along and have enough attention span to support your life by continuing to listen, because this is important information. You have to understand that you don't have control in the present moment about the automatic thoughts that come inside of your head. You don't have control because it was your responsibility back in the day, but you engaged an algorithm that now automatically gives you those thoughts and emotions. And your job is to not believe those thoughts and emotions, because you act on your valued actions anyway, even though those thoughts and emotions tell you it's wrong and you need to go hang out with your partner. So the importance here is to be okay that the thoughts are coming, and not thinking that you do something wrong because the thoughts are coming, not thinking that you do mindfulness wrong or spending time outside of your head wrong because the thoughts are coming. The thoughts are supposed to come because you think of it like a fire with firewood. You put so much firewood on the fire is big and it has to burn itself out. But even if you don't put firewood on it anymore, it's still gonna burn. That fire burning doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. Those thoughts continuously coming doesn't mean you do something wrong. It just means that the algorithm still believes that you need those things and you just don't react to it. And instead of talking back, you keep focusing on the present moment, allowing those thoughts and emotions to be there and moving forward, doing the thing that's in front of you. Your brain will continuously tell you that's wrong. And you have to understand that's a trick, okay? And you have to keep moving forward. When you take up more territory with those valued actions, when you spend time more outside of your head, that algorithm will shift. And over time, and I say over time, that's not within a week, okay? You will find more joy again in all the other things. And you will build more self-worth. And you will cut off the addiction. So it's a moment-to-moment practice, and it's a practice of taking up more territory, which means taking up more time. Look at how much time during the day you spend on doing compulsions, and know that when you do those compulsions, you might get relief in the present moment, but you're giving yourself 1,000 stab wounds in the future. You're hurting your mental health in the future. You're creating more addiction. But if you in the present moment are okay with the uncomfortable emotion, not chasing the relief by trying to get reassurance from your partner, trying to ask them if they love you, etc., or trying to find out if they cheat on you, or trying to find out if they're attracted to someone else, or doing any other techniques, maybe trying to break up with them so you don't have to feel the pain anymore, etc. There's so many techniques that you might want to do to fix the feelings. And what you want to do instead is asking yourself, okay, what do I want to spend my time on? What do I want to grow? And then go in that direction. And it will feel wrong in the beginning for some time, but only because the toxic algorithm still wants to pull you in. All right? If you guys want to go deeper on learning how to change that algorithm, you can get my emotional fitness book in the description. I'm going to put the link there. And I'm going to see you guys next time. If you have any questions or anything you want to share, leave it in the comments. Maybe you experience, maybe you could see yourself in this video. Let me know.